How is the real estate market right now in the Sacramento region? Hello, my name is Johnny. I am with the Made for More Realty team, and that is a question I am frequently asked because people are always wanting to know, hey, is it now a good time to buy? Is now a good time to sell? Or is now a good time to invest? Well, let's start with, hey, is now a good time to invest? So when you're talking about investing in real estate, typically there are two strategies people employ. One is a short-term investment strategy where you buy the property, you fix it up, you flip it, and then you make some money. It all depends on where you're buying the property. If you're able to buy it at a price that makes sense to where you can make a profit when you flip it, now is a great time to do that because there is such a low inventory. There's a high demand for properties, especially new shiny pennies. These properties that have been refurbished and renovated and look brand new. So if you're looking to do that, as long as you can find the right deal, it's a good time to flip. If you're looking to buy and hold, that's a bit of a mixed bag because honestly, rents are so low right now. It's really hard to get a property and so rents are low and prices are high. So it's hard to get a property that's going to cash flow for you. But if you are able to find one, then absolutely, you want to find, if you want to get a great deal on that property, it just depends on where you're buying it at. Some investors are even open at this point to taking paper losses. So if you're willing to do that, take a paper loss for a couple of years until rents catch up to where you're able to cash flow, then it might be a good time to invest. Now let's talk about if you're thinking about buying a home. If you're thinking about buying a home, you've probably been looking at interest rates. You've probably been looking at home prices and you're like, oh my gosh, what has happened in the last few years? And I feel your pain. Prices have gone up and so have interest rates. Currently at the time of this recording, interest rates are around 7%. And that is a lot compared to when people were buying homes in the high 2s and 3s at lower price points. So I totally get it. If you're thinking about buying a house, you're probably waiting, hey, when are prices going to come down? When are interest rates going to come down? Well, as far as interest rates, it doesn't look like they're going to drop a whole lot in 2025. They might come down about 0.5%. And that's not me speaking, that's not Johnny's opinion. That's coming from Wells Fargo, the Mortgage Bankers Association, and Fannie Mae. That's what they, on average, think the home interest rates are going to drop to, is maybe about 0.5% in 2025. Now, what about pricing, Johnny? These prices are just unsustainable. Here's my prediction on prices. This is a prediction. This is not rock solid, like going to happen. But if interest rates stay high, if they stay high, there's been a lot of people who've been waiting to sell their houses. A lot of people have been waiting to put their homes on the market, and they just can't wait anymore. The family's gotten too big. They need to retire and relocate. Maybe they can no longer stay in that 2-story home. Like they need the knee replacement, the hip replacement. They just can't do the multi-story home any longer. They need to sell. And there's been a huge swelling of these people who've been waiting to put their house on the market, and this is the year that they're going to end up doing it. So they can't defer that any longer. So if interest rates stay high and you have more inventory coming to the market, then classic supply and demand, you're going to see prices soften. I'm not saying you're going to pick up a house for 50% of what it's worth today, but I am saying you may see affordability go up as those prices come down, because it doesn't look like the interest rates will. Now, last and certainly not least, sellers. You're probably wondering, hey, is now a good time to sell my house? Does it make sense? Here's what I tell sellers all the time. If the numbers make sense, sell. It's as simple as that, because prices have gone up essentially since the crash. They've worked their way up, and the houses are still selling for a premium. Now, if all of your neighbors come to the market in the spring or come to the market in summer, then you're going to have more competition. If I was selling my house in today's market, I would list it sooner rather than later, so that way it stands out from the crowd. And that way I can still command that premium, because again, classic supply and demand. If buyers wait, they're going to probably get a better deal on a house. You don't want them getting a better deal on your house. You want to be the one getting a great deal on your home. So if you have any questions, reach out to myself or my team. We're here to help. Just go to madeformorerealty.com. And again, if you're looking to sell your house, we can get you 3 cash offers in 3 days.